What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well today. So today I'm going to be going over all of this week's upcoming new comic books for February 24th, 2021. I'm going to be going over all the new releases, their variant covers, and any sort of other important info you guys need to help decide which issues you're going to be picking up, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. AR Comics here, and today I'm going to be going over all of this week's new comic books for February 24th, 2021. But before I get started on that, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content, and if you want to join a community that's dedicated to comic books and raising awareness for mental health, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this week's new comics. So I hope you guys were able to get all of your new comic book day books this week. I sadly still didn't get mine. All of the snow delayed everything and pushed it back. So it looks like this Wednesday is just going to be one massive new comic book day for me. But I've got a lot of books to go over, so let's get started on it. First up today from AWA Upshot, they've got one issue coming out, and I think it's going to be my top issue of the week. It's Year Zero, number 4. This one only has a cover A, and as I always talk about, I love Year Zero. It's easily the best series from AWA Upshot right now. Make sure you check it out. But that's the only issue they're coming out with, so moving on to AFTERSHOCK Comics, they've got a few different issues. The first one is I Breathe the Body, number 2. This is cover A, and I read the first issue. I thought it was pretty good. I might end up picking this one up. I liked the artwork, and I thought the concept of the story was pretty unique, so we'll see how this Wednesday is looking for it. But after that, we've got Kaiju Score, number 4. This is cover A. And I haven't read this one, but I have heard a lot of good things about this. I didn't get an opportunity to get the first few issues, so if I can find the back ones, I'll eventually just read the whole series. But after that, AFTERSHOCK's got a brand new series coming out. It's called Nuclear Family, number 1. This one only has a cover A. And this one sounded really cool to me, so I might give this one a shot. But then the final issue coming out from AFTERSHOCK this week is Symphony for No Devils, number 5. This is cover A. And those are all of the issues coming out from AFTERSHOCK this week. So moving on to Aardvark Vanaheim, they've got one issue coming out. And it is Amazing Batvark. This is a one-shot, and this is cover A for it. I think that's a really cool cover. But that's the only issue coming out from them. So moving on to Wake Entertainment, they've got one issue coming out as well. It's called Essentia, number 2. This is cover A for it. And I'm not going to be grabbing either of those issues. So moving on to Archie Comic Publications, they also only have one issue coming out this week. It's Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics, number 291. And in the description, it says this is a brand new story. So I don't know how Archie does things, but I'm just going to mark it off as a brand new arc for it. So it could be a good jumping on point if you are interested in Archie Comic Publications books. But then moving on from there to Source Point Press, they have a ton of issues coming out this week. The first one is Black of Heart, number 4 of 5. This is cover A for it. And then moving on after that, we've got Claim, Song of Ire and Vice, number 3 of 4. So the series is coming to a close soon. This one only has a cover A. And if you are reading any of these issues, let me know down below what you think about them, because I'm not reading anything from Source Point Press besides this one issue that I'm going to be talking about very soon. And honestly, a lot of them do sound pretty interesting. So like I said, just let me know down below. And then moving on after that, we've got Damned, Cursed Children, number 2 of 5. This one only has a cover A. And then moving on from there, this is another one I'm really looking forward to this week. It's called Dead End Kids, Suburban Job, number 2 of 4. This is cover A. I know the last issue had a ton of different covers. I'm sure this one has some other covers as well. But as you guys already know for these videos, I don't talk about the exclusives or the retailer incentives. I only talk about the variants that are going to be for everybody in their comic shops. But I love this first issue. Frank Gogel's the writer, and he's a great writer. I talk to him all the time on Instagram. He seems like a really nice guy, so make sure you give him some support and check out his series. But then moving on from there, we've got 8th Immortal, number 2 of 4. This is cover A for that series. And then moving on after that, we've got The Era of Great Wonders, number 3 of 6. This one only has a cover A. And then after that series, we've got The Fear of Diaries. This is a one-shot, and this is cover A for it. But moving on from there, we've got Touching Evil, number 13, and this is cover A. This is another series that I was really interested in from Source Point Press, so if you are reading this one specifically, definitely let me know down low. But then the final issue coming out from Source Point Press this week is Warcorns, Combat Unicorns for Hire, number 2 of 4, and this one only has a cover A. But those are all the issues coming out from Source Point Press, so moving on to Valiant Entertainment, they've got one issue coming out this week. It's called Bloodshot, number 11. This is cover A for it. and this is cover B. But moving on from Valiant Entertainment, we've got Heavy Metal Magazine. They've got a few issues coming out this week as well. We've got Brooklyn Gladiator, number 4 of 5. This one has a cover A. And then moving on after that, we've got a brand new series coming out called Chasing the Dragon, number 1 of 5. And this one also only has a cover A. And after that series, we've got Darkwing, number 3 of 10. This is cover A for it. And then moving on from there, we've got Fishkill, number 4 of 4. So the series is wrapping up. If you're reading it, let me know what you think about it. And this is cover A for that series. But then moving on from there, we've got Savage Circus, number 3 of 10. And this is cover A. And the final issue coming out from Heavy Metal Magazine this week is Tarna, number 3 of 6. So the series is at the halfway point. And this is cover A for that one. But those are all the issues coming out from Heavy Metal Magazine. So moving on to Scout Comics, they've got 2 issues coming out. The first one is By the Horns, number 1 of 6. So they've got a brand new series on the way. And this is cover A for that one. And then the final issue they're going to be coming out with this week is Frank at Home on the Farm, number 2. And this one only has a cover A. And those are the only 2 issues coming out from Scout Comics. So moving on to Black Box Comics, they've also got 2 issues coming out. The first one is Devil's Dominion, number 2. This one has a cover A. And then moving on from there, we have She No Cage, number 2 of 3, and this one also only has a cover A. And those are the only 2 issues coming out from Black Box Comics. So moving on to Ahoy Comics, they've got 1 issue coming out. It's Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood, number 5, and this one only has a cover A. And then moving on to Xenoscope Entertainment, they've got 2 issues coming out. The first one is Grim Fairy Tales, number 45. This is cover A, B, C, and D. And then moving on to the final issue from Xenoscope this week is Robin Hood, Iron Maiden, number 2 of 2. So the series is wrapping up. This one's got a cover A, B, and C. And now moving on to Kenzer and Company, we've got Knights of the Dinner Table, number 280. And this one only has a cover A. That's the only issue coming out from them. So moving on to Ablaze Comics, they also only have 1 issue coming out. It's Unsacred, number 4. This one has a cover A, B, C, and D. And now moving on to American Mythology Productions, they also only have 1 issue coming out. It's Moon Maid, 3 Keys, number 1, so it is a brand new series, and this one has 3 different covers. This is cover A, B, and C. And now moving on to Keen Spot Entertainment, they have 1 issue coming out. It's Ninjas and Robots, number 4. This one has a cover A, B, and C. Now, I'm not reading this series, but apparently it is pretty popular because they turned it into a once-a-month type of series, so be on the lookout for that one. And then moving on to Behemoth Comics, they've got a brand new series coming out. It's called Paranormal Hitmen, number 1 of 4. This is cover A, and this is cover B for that series. And now moving on to Acme Link, they also only have 1 issue coming out this week. It's Rock and Roll Biographies, Oingo Boingo, number 17, and this is cover A for that series. And the final issue I'm going to be talking about today is from Mag Cave Studios, and their issue is called Villainous, number 5 of 5, so the series is wrapping up, and this one only has a cover A. Now, out of all those issues I just talked about, the big one I'm really looking forward to is from AWA Upshot. It's Year Zero, number 4, and the other one I plan on getting this week is from Source Point Press, and it's Dead End Kids, Suburban Job, number 2. Now let's talk about Image Comics and Boom Studios next. Alright, so first up today from Image Comics, we have Crossover, number 4. This one has a cover A, B, and C, and I'm really looking forward to this series. I think it's a little bit on the slow side right now, but I've got complete faith in Donny Cates. He's killing it on everything he's writing for Marvel, so it's only a matter of time before this one picks up, and it just goes 0 to 100 real quick. But moving on from there, we've got Department of Truth, number 6. This one has a cover A and a cover B, and this is a brand new arc, so I think if you are a new reader, it is a pretty decent jumping on point. You're going to be a little lost, but I think you're going to figure out what's going on pretty quickly. But then moving on from there, we've got Ice Cream Man, number 23. This one has a cover A and a cover B. I am going to be picking up Ice Cream Man. I've been collecting all of them, but I think the series is kind of a hit or miss to me. I either really love the issue or I don't really like it that much. There's not really an in-between for me on this series right now. But moving on after that, we've got Monstrous, number 32. This one has a cover A. And then moving on, we've got Nailbiter Returns, number 10. This one also only has a cover A. And then the next issue from Image this week, we've got Nomen Omen, number 12 of 15. So the series is kind of on the end side. This one has a cover A and a cover B. And then moving on after that, we have Oblivion Song number 30. This one only has a cover A, and this is the end of the arc if you are reading this series, so you do not want to miss out on this issue. Personally, I'm not caught up in it right now, but I did read the first hardcover, and I loved it. I love the artwork, I love the concept of the story, and plus I'm from the Philadelphia area, so this story kind of hits home a little bit for me, so I liked it for those reasons too. So maybe I'm a little bit biased. But moving on from there, we've got Post Americana number 3 of 6. This one has a cover A. And then after that, we've got Rain Like Hammers number 2 of 5, and same thing, this is cover A. And then continuing on from there, we have Savage Dragon number 257. This is cover A, and this is cover B. And another really big issue that I'm looking forward to is Scumbag number 5. This is cover A for it, and this is the end of the arc as well. I'm loving this series so far. The artwork, I really liked it a lot more in the beginning, but I think they changed up the artists on this one, so I kind of wish they would go back to it. But this story is just a breath of fresh air. It's got comedic relief. It still has a nice serious story to go along with it, and plus, you know, it's just a drug addict alcoholic that has superpowers. There's nothing like that on the market right now, so definitely check out Scumbag if you haven't already. But then after that, we've got Spawn 315. This one has a cover A, cover B, and this is cover C for it. I did read the last issue. It was a brand new arc. I don't think I'm going to be getting this one. It's going to be a big week for me, and honestly, while I did really like the setup of Spawn, I like the artwork, the story itself made zero sense to me. It was not a good jumping on point, but I mean, I did like what I read. I just didn't know what was happening in it. But then after that, we've got a brand new series coming out from Image. It's called Stray Dogs number 1. This is cover A, cover B, and cover C. And just looking at it, I didn't think it was going to be 100% for me, but reading the description, it says it's Lady and the Tramp meets Silence of the Lambs. I'm definitely giving this one a shot. I'm really looking forward to it now. And then from there, we have another brand new series from Image, and I'm definitely picking this one up too. It's called Two Moons number 1. This is cover A, cover B, and cover C. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be looking forward to this one because this is a brand new horror ongoing, and I love my horror books, so I'm definitely grabbing this. But those are all the issues coming out from Image this week, and out of all the issues I just talked about, I'm definitely going to be grabbing Crossover number 4, just cover A. After that, I'm going to be getting Department of Truth number 6, same thing, just cover A. I'm going to be grabbing Ice Cream Man number 23. I really like both those covers. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of this series, I feel compelled to always get cover A and cover B for these because they always go up in price. But I'm also going to be giving the 2 new series a shot. The Stray Dogs number 1. I really like that cover B, the horror variant. I'm going to try to grab that one. And then Two Moons number 1. I'm just going to be grabbing cover A for this one. So now moving on to Boom Studios. They've got 3 issues coming out this week. The first one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 1. This is cover A for it, and this is a brand new series for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so make sure you check that out if you're a fan of that series. Moving on from there, we've got Firefly number 26. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And the final issue coming out from Boom Studios this week is one I am really looking forward to. It's Something's Killing the Children, number 15, and this is the end of the arc, and I think it's going to be a huge issue. This one only has a cover A, and out of those 3 issues, the only one I'm going to be picking up is going to be Something is Killing the Children, number 15. I am really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be so good. But next up, let's talk about Dark Horse Comics, IDW, and Dynamite. Alright, so first up today from Dark Horse Comics, we've got Crimson Flower, number 2. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. Moving on after that, we've got Skull Digger and Skeleton Boy, number 6 of 6. So this series is wrapping up if you're reading it. It's got a cover A, B, and C. And the final issue Dark Horse is coming out with this week is Tales from the Umbrella Academy, You Look Like Death, number 6 out of 6. So this series is also wrapping up. This is cover A, and this is cover B for it. Those are the only issues coming out from Dark Horse this week, so moving on to IDW Publishing. They only have 2 different issues coming out. So the first one is Sonic the Hedgehog, number 37. This is cover A, and this is cover B. The final issue coming out from IDW this week is Usagi Yojimbo Wanderer's Road, number 4 of 6. This one only has a cover A. And out of both those publishers, I won't be getting any of the comics. So moving on to Dynamite, they've got 3 different issues coming out. The first one is Clash of Kings, number 11. This is cover A, and this is cover B for it. The second issue is going to be Red Sonja, number 24. It's got 6 different variants, so if you are interested in this, make sure you check with your LCS to see which ones they're going to be getting. But for the sake of this video, this is cover A, and this is cover B. And the final issue coming out from Dynamite this week is Vengeance of Vampirella number 15. Same thing, this one has 5 different variants, so make sure you check out with them. But for this one, this is cover A, and this is cover B. So next up, let's talk about DC Comics. Alright, so DC is going to be just like how it's been the last few weeks. They're going to be mainly focusing on the DC's future state, and I'm not going to be picking up any of them. I'm over it. I know the stories haven't been that bad, but for the most part, the only characters I care about, these issues are just way out of my price range. I don't feel like spending the extra money for these stories that I don't particularly care about. So first up today, we've got Future State, Dark Detective, number 4. This is cover A. And this is cover B. And then moving on after that, we've got Batman White Knight Presents Harley Quinn number 5. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And while I'm not reading this series, I know I talk about it all the time, but I've heard such good things about it. I haven't read any of the older White Knight stuff, so I didn't want to hop on this one. But if you are reading it, as always, just let me know what you're thinking about it. And then after that, we've got Future State Batman Superman number 2. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And the next issue I'm going to be talking about is Batman Black and White number 3. This one has 3 different covers. This one's cover A, cover B, and this one's cover C. I did read the first one. I really liked it. I didn't end up picking up the second one, though, because I just had a pretty full week when it came out. And I think this week's going to be pretty full as well, so I probably won't be getting this one. But then after that, we've got Future State Suicide Squad number 2. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. I've heard a lot of good things about the Suicide Squad one, though, so if you are interested in DC's Future State, definitely give that one a shot. But then from there, we have Future State Superman vs. Imperious Lex number 2. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And the next one I'm going to be talking about is a new Future State. It's DC's Future State Superman House of L number 1. This is cover A, and this is cover B. And if you are interested in this one does have a $5.99 price tag. I'm sure the variant is an extra $1 like they usually are, so just be on the lookout for that. And then from there, we've got Future State Aquaman number 2. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And the next issue I'm going to be talking about is Generations Forged number 1, and this is just an 80-page one-shot. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And this has a $9.99 price tag. I know it's got 80 pages, but honestly, $10 price tag on that, that is a lot of money for something, for me personally, that I don't particularly care about, so I won't be grabbing it. But then the final issue I'm going to be talking about from DC today is Future State Legion of Superheroes number 2. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And out of all those issues I just talked about, I won't be picking up anything from DC this week, so let's move on to Marvel Comics next. Alright, so to get started off with Marvel this week, they've got a ton of issues coming out. So the first one they've got is Amazing Spider-Man number 60. This one only has one cover, so this is cover A for it. And moving on after that, we've got Black Cat number 3. This is a King in Black tie-in. This one only has a cover A, and honestly, I really like these first 2 issues. The Black Cat series really surprised me as just a King in Black tie-in. I wasn't really sure what to expect with it, but it definitely exceeded all of my expectations. But then after that, we've got Black Panther number 23. This is cover A, cover B, and cover C. And then moving on from there, we've got Captain Marvel number 26. This is cover A for it, cover B, and cover C. I'm going to be picking up Captain Marvel, but I feel like I'm kind of on the verge of dropping it. These issues are just so alright, and I keep telling myself, if I want to read this, I could read it in just a hardcover or a trade paperback, but honestly, I think if I didn't have these issues, I wouldn't even be inclined to read this in a trade paperback. But then moving on after that, more Captain Marvel. We've got Captain Marvel, Marvel's Snapshot number 1. This is cover A, and this is cover B for it. But then moving on after that, we've got King in Black, Namor number 4 of 5. This is cover A, and this is cover B. But then continuing on with Marvel, we've got King in Black, Return of the Valkyries number 3. This is cover A, cover B, cover C, and cover D for this one. I've actually heard a lot of really good things about this one too, but I never gave it a shot. But if you are reading it, let me know what you think about it. And then moving on after that, we've got Maestro, War and Pax number 2 of 5. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. Same thing. I've heard really good things about this one. I did read the first Maestro series. I've read, well, the first 2 issues of it, and I thought it was very good, but I ended up dropping it because it was a 5-issue mini run, and I had a lot of other books to pick up that week, so it was kind of a pick and choose which one I was going to do, and Maestro just didn't make the cut. But I did really enjoy those first 2 issues, and I've heard it ended very well too. But then after that, we've got Magnificent Miss Marvel number 18. This one only has a cover A, and this is the end of the series if you are reading this one, so do not miss out on this end issue. But continuing on from there, we've got Marvel's Voices Legacy number 1. This one has a ton of different covers. I'm going to go through these because a lot of people I have talked to are really looking forward to this one this week. So this is cover A, cover B, cover C, and I'm really looking forward to this cover. If I do end up getting this series, I'm definitely grabbing this Miles Morales one. So cover D, E, and F. So those are all the different covers from that series. And now moving on to New Mutants number 16. This one only has a cover A. And then after that, we've got Symbiote, Spider-Man, King in Black, number 4. This is cover A for this one. If you guys are reading this, let me know what you think about it. I gave up after issue 1, maybe 2. I just thought it was a waste of money. I wasn't really enjoying it, and a lot of people I have talked to are kind of saying the same thing. But, I know a few people who have liked it too. But then after that, we've got The Union, number 3 of 5. This is cover A, and this is cover B for that series. And then after that, we've got U.S. Agent, number 3 of 5. This is cover A, and this is cover B. A lot of people I've talked to said this is a really good one so far. They said it's pretty serious, but it still has a nice funny aspect to it. I never gave it a shot, and by the time I heard it was actually pretty good, I couldn't find the back issues for it. So maybe one day I'll grab them. But then after that, we've got Warhammer 40k Marneus Calgar, number 5 of 5. So the series is wrapping up. This is cover A for it, and this is cover B. And the next issue I'm going to be talking about is Wolverine number 10. This is cover A, and this is cover B. And the final issue from Marvel this week is X-Men number 18. This one has 3 different covers. This one's cover A, cover B, and cover C. Now, those are all the issues coming out from Marvel this week. I don't think I'm actually going to be getting that many from Marvel, thank God, because Image is about to have a huge week for me. I'm going to be grabbing ASM number 60. I know, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm 60 issues deep. I just got to keep getting them. I'm probably going to get the Black Cat number 3. It is going to be a really big week for me, so I might end up not getting this one. I'm definitely going to be getting Captain Marvel number 26 because same thing, pretty deep in the series. I just want to see how it goes. But then the final issue, this one's also up in the air. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting it just yet. It's going to be Marvel's Voices Legacy number 1. If I get it, it's going to be because I'm getting that Miles Morales cover. But those are all the issues that I plan on getting from Marvel this week. So what do you guys think of this week's upcoming New Comic Book Day? Indie lovers, this is our week. It's going to be a huge week for indies. Image is about to kill it. A huge issue from Boom with Something is Killing the Children. I'm looking forward to AWA Upshots Year 0 number 4 as well. So many good issues. Marvel's got a few. If you're into the DC's Future State, they've got a bunch of issues coming out. But let me know down low in the comment section which issues you're looking forward to most. And I just want to say as well, so a lot of you guys have been asking me to start covering some other stuff as well. So I'm going to be doing these videos every Sunday like always. But every Monday I'm going to be releasing the same type of styled video, but it's going to be all the graphic novels and hardcovers coming out from the different publishers. So be on the lookout for that coming tomorrow. But thank you for watching my video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.